two outcomes to any chance game, two outcomes to any scenario in your life. You enter a situation and you can either win or you can lose. You go into a boxing match, you can win or you can lose. You go into a coin flip, you can win or you can lose. You go up to a pretty girl on the street, you can win or you can lose. You start a new business, you can win or you can lose. That's it. Life is binary. Action, reaction, cause and effect. That's the world we live in. Those are the most important things for you to understand. Cause and effect. If I train hard, I get stronger. If I punch him, he's going to try and punch me back or I'll knock him out. Action, reaction, cause and effect. Now, how do you approach winning and losing exceptionally? How does an exceptional person approach this conundrum? Because everybody hates to lose, which means you're not exceptional if you hate to lose, because everyone hates to lose and everybody loves to win. So if you sit there and go, I really want to win, everyone wants to win. Now you're thinking like everyone else, so you're not exceptional. I really don't want to lose. Nobody wants to lose. So now you're thinking like everyone else, so you're not exceptional. How do you approach the win-lose conundrum in a matter and a manner which allows you to have an exceptional, different worldview, a different mindset? Because only via the different mindset will you have an exceptional life. I'll tell you the answer to the question. You need to add in something else. Everybody wants to win. And nobody wants to lose. There's no exceptionalism in being like everyone else wanting to win, and there's no exceptionalism in being like everyone else not wanting to lose. The only possible exceptionalism that exists in a win-lose conundrum is in between. To try. Because nobody wants to try. Whether they want to win or whether they don't want to lose, nobody likes the idea of struggle. Nobody likes the idea of pain. Nobody likes the idea of setbacks. Nobody likes the idea of banging their head against a wall. Nobody likes frustration. Nobody likes confusion. So to be exceptional, what you have to do is say, I'm the only one who doesn't care about winning, and I don't care about losing. I love trying. I love to try. I just got my ass kicked. I don't care because I tried and I tried my best. I love to try things. When I start a new business, people say, do you think it's going to be successful? I say, I don't know. I don't care. I love to try my best at things. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's successful or not. I'm in love with the trying. I'm in love with what nobody else is, which is the difficult, hard, confusing pain. I'm in love with the conundrum. When you love trying, you're now an exceptional person because nobody else does. Everyone wants to win without trying. Everyone wants to avoid loss without trying. You're the only guy who loves trying. And this is why when people say, I'm frustrated, I'm trying to make money and I can't make any, I say, that's a you problem. Because you should love the trying. So the magic to life is falling in love with trying. Because nobody else does. This is an exceptional mindset. But to fall in love with trying, you need to fall in love with the setbacks. You need to fall in love with the frustration. When you find yourself confined, when you're trapped, when you find yourself behind prison bars and you can't seem to find a way through, you need to enjoy that. Nobody else enjoys that. Only a winner, only an exceptional person says, I'm trying to launch this business and look at this huge problem I have. Isn't this exciting? Because if I solve this problem, I get to enjoy and show the karma of the universe that I'm the kind of person who never gives up. And I know in the end, if I show the cosmos I never quit, I'll be rewarded. I love when problems appear. I love when things go wrong. When things go wrong, my instant answer is good. Andrew, we have a big problem. Good. Great. I love problems. I love problems. No one can fix a problem like me. I have a phone book full of problem solvers. I am stubborn. I don't quit. I don't have a problem with motivation. I don't have a problem with dedication. I love problems. I'm going to fix this problem. That's what I do best. And the reason problems are such a fantastic thing is because problems gatekeep success. There is a pot of gold. And it's overflowing. There is a pot of gold. And the reason it hasn't been raped, the reason it hasn't been completely pillaged by normies is because there's a problem in the way. That's the lid, the problem. This problem is stopping anyone getting to the gold. So when someone says there's a huge problem here, you get to go, good. Behind that problem, there's definitely gold. Because everyone else, when they get to the problem, they turn away. They get to the impassable mountains. They get to the Himalayas and they turn around and they go back. We want to conquer Nepal. There's mountains in the way. How do you know it hasn't already been conquered? Because no one else would have crossed these mountains. I'm the only guy who will cross them. That's why. Problems are showing you where the money is. Problems are showing you where the success is. Problems are showing you where the exceptionalism is. That's why they're so fantastic. When you play a video game and you start running into enemies, you're heading in the wrong direction. Enemies are problems to solve. That's how you know you're gonna win. When you're playing a video game and you have no enemies, you're not doing anything. When you run into enemies, you go, okay, I'm headed in the right direction. The end final boss is this way because there's enemies in my way. Problems are great. And the difference between you and everyone else is that you don't care if you can solve the problem. You're not sitting there going, I really want to win. So how quickly and cheaply can I fix this problem? You're not sitting there going, I really don't want to lose. So how quickly and cheaply can I solve this problem? No, you're sitting there going, finally. Finally a chance for me to do what I do best, to do what I love most. Finally, something I can try. Something I can focus my energy and effort on. Something worth my hard work. Something worth my toil. Something worth my labor. I want to try. And now I have a problem. And everyone else has run away from the problem because they don't love trying. But I do. So now when I fix the problem, I get the gold it is hiding. This is the exceptionalism. Forget winning. Forget losing. And love trying. And if you try all the time, you're going to lose. But you're also going to win. If you try every day, you're going to lose, but you're also going to win. Now, losing is demotivating to the normie. Losing demotivates the wagey and the brokey. But losing doesn't demotivate the man who loves trying. Because he's not in it to win and lose. He's in it to try.